everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well out there. And today we're going to talk about the new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer that dropped this morning around 9 a.m.-ish. It was about the one time I saw it upload on YouTube, and I'll put the link down below so you can go check it out for yourself. I'm going to put some stills from the trailer right here, but I'm not going to play the trailer. We're just going to talk about it a little bit. Jason Reitman announced yesterday on Twitter and Instagram that they were going to release a trailer today, and man of his word, it dropped this morning. Now, this is a film that was supposed to come out last July, but because of the pandemic, it got pushed back to this summer at first, and then they pushed it back to November. I think November 11th is the release date, but don't hold me to that. During the trailer, it says Thanksgiving. Now, I was very excited that they handed the reins to Jason Reitman. I've seen a few of his films. He's a very talented filmmaker. He's never made anything this commercial, though. This is definitely his biggest film to date and biggest budget, for sure. But I like that they kept it in the Reitman family. Ivan Reitman, his father, directed the first two films. Ivan Reitman was back as a producer, and from what I saw from behind-the-scenes footage, he was on the set almost every day. And it looks like him and Jason have a very good relationship, which was really cool. And to keep this universe in the same family I think was a nice touch coming off of 2016, which I do not like that film. I will review it eventually. That film just didn't work for me on so many levels that I'll talk about at a later date. So I think this was the right direction to go. Now, a lot like other Ghostbusters fans who always wanted a Ghostbusters 3 with the original cast as the main leads of the film, I always wanted that film. We're never going to get it. So I think this was the right decision to do it this way. We'll see when the film comes out if their gamble paid off and everything else. Because if we know for years after Ghostbusters 2, which was a hit, it just wasn't as well received as the first one. I liked the second one. Is it as good as the first one? No. The first one is an absolute classic. It's one of my favorite films of all time. It's a film I grew up on like a lot of people my age. I wore out the VHS tape my dad had. It's a film my mom, my dad, and my sister sat down and watched many times. I introduced my son to the Ghostbusters world, 1 and 2, and the real Ghostbusters cartoon. He loves it all. He's very excited, and I can't wait to go take him to the theaters to see this new Ghostbusters film. And I gotta be right up front, the thing that struck me the most about the trailer, and even in the other trailer, but it's been so long since we've seen that trailer, and we got that clip of the little Stay Puffs in the supermarket with Paul Rudd a couple months back, is how beautifully it's shot. It's absolutely gorgeously shot. And Jason Reitman's a very talented filmmaker. Again, this is his biggest budgeted film by far. He does mostly smaller character piece films and some comedies. So it's going to be interesting to see what the whole film looks like, but from the trailer, it looks absolutely stunningly beautifully shot. And I like Finn Wolfhard in the film. I know everybody's like, oh, Needful Things and It and all this stuff, but I can separate that. And I've seen some other people talking about how this trailer gave him a Needful Things vibe, and I'm like, you got to remember what Needful Things is paying homage to. It's paying homage to Ghostbusters. It's paying homage to E.T., Close Encounters of the Third Kind, John Carpenter's films. That's why this seems a little familiar, because that was paying, Stranger Things is paying homage to all these other 80s classic films. So really, it's not paying homage to Needful Things, although you do get that vibe, and I guess Finn Wolfhard being there really helps. Now, Paul Rudd's in this film. Paul Rudd's always enjoyable on screen. I think he's a natural for this kind of material, and I think he'll fit in well. McKenna Grace, I'm not overly familiar with her work, but she looks really great in the trailer. Carrie Coons plays the mother. And as we all know, all the legacy people that are still alive are back. Sigourney Weaver is going to be making an appearance, Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, who we don't see his face at the end of the trailer, but that awesome cliffhanger at the end. Definitely Ray from Ghostbusters. Bill Murray's in the film, and Annie Potts is in the film, which we see her in the film, which was awesome. I think this full trailer does a lot of what it needed it to do. It reminded people that the legacy characters will be there, but it didn't show us all of them, which I'm totally fine with, and I'd rather be surprised when I get to the theater when they show up and what context. Janine is there and gives kind of Carrie Coons' character a little speech about how Egon barely could keep the lights on and he wasn't a homemaker, and all this stuff. And when Finn Wolfhard's character finds the Ecto-1 is cool. The first half of the trailer just recycle a lot of footage from the original trailer that they released about 1.5 years ago. But then in the second half, they show a lot more new footage, for sure. And I don't want to spoil it all for you. Check out the trailer. I'll leave the link down below. Just click on it and check it out. I think if you're a Ghostbusters fan, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I think this was the right way to go, especially with Harold Ramis passing away several years ago, unfortunately. Introduce a younger generation to this film, the Ghostbusters franchise. introduces new characters that carry on the legacy while bringing the legacy characters back in because they know the fans want to see it. Now, there's a lot of nostalgia elements to this film, this trailer anyway, and it definitely got me really excited and even choked up in parts. It was really cool to see the callbacks to the original Ghostbusters commercial they played in the first one. They show them watching it on YouTube. And then in the end, cliffhanger with Ray, because you know they showed a occult book sign from part 2, and him picking up the phone, and he just goes, "We're closed," and that's the end of the trailer. And I was so freaking pumped. I'm ready for the movie now. This is probably my second most anticipated movie for the rest of the year, right behind Halloween Kills, or right next to Halloween Kills is my most anticipated. I'm very excited. And I have some thoughts about where the story is going to go. They talk about Egon came there for a reason. I think, and this is just me thinking out loud, I don't know if this is true. I haven't read any synopsis, or they haven't released too much info about where the story is going to go. I think Egon relocated the containment unit to this small town underneath his farmhouse, and something happens and everything gets unleashed. Because we see the terror dog during the trailer, we see some other familiar ghosts, and I'm guessing Zool or Gozer is going to play a big part of it, and we already know that Ivo Shandor Mines was in the first trailer. They don't show it here, but I have a feeling Ivo is going to play a big part of this one. So I think it's very cool they're using elements from the first film to expand the universe, give us new characters, but also bring us back some of the legacy characters we all know and love and would like to see at least one last time. Because they're all getting older, and it's nice just to see them in the same sandbox as they were. Again, I'm very excited about this film. Check out the trailer if you're a big fan of this franchise. Even if you're not, if you're new to it, I think this is a good way to get into it. I think this film is going to help a new generation get interested in the Ghostbusters films that may not have been otherwise. Unless you have a parent like me who shows my son the movie and he loved it. His Ecto-1 here, Stay Puft there, Slimer. So yeah, I really enjoyed the trailer. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's available on YouTube. I'll put the link down below. But are you excited for the new Ghostbusters film? Leave a comment down below, let me know. Hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to my channel. It's free. I'd greatly appreciate that. I'll be back in a few days with my Friday 13th Part 4, the final chapter review. I got to film an intro for it, and then I'll get that up on YouTube probably by Thursday or Friday. That's my goal. But until then, I hope you're all doing well out there, and bye.